Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? This is Dalton. Of course, you know my YouTube channel, Dalton My World, and I'm coming at you with a story time. This is a good one. All right, I'll give you a little history about me. All right, I had when I lived in Seattle and when I lived in Texas, I just rode the bus. Okay, and I rode the light rail. Okay, and I can tell you, I got a thousand stories, crazy stories to tell you about stuff like that. But this is one that stood out in my mind. Okay, and it was a beautiful, beautiful summer day. And if you know anything about Texas, it was hot. Okay, so I was inside. I was inside waiting. Okay, in the the hub, the transportation bus hub. You know, but everybody else was in there because you had the air conditioning, right? And then you had the people that was giving directions and helping out other people. They were in this office surrounded by this glass, uh, I guess shielding or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm sitting there and this guy's sitting by me and he looks like he looked like he was like maybe it could have been a hippie in the 60s, and he was all in a good mood, just chilled out, right? The place was packed. It was sunny. It was in the morning. Everybody's waiting on their bus. And I'm sitting there by him. And it was feeling all right because we had the air conditioning going on in there. Sitting up there with him. All of a sudden, I see him pull out this plastic, right? So he pulls out this long sheet of clean plastic and he puts it on his lap. And now he's humming. And then he pulls out these papers. And if you don't know what a paper is, it's these little thin sheets of paper that people used to buy, and they still buy. But it was for, like, if you want to create your own cigarette. Like, if you used to smoke cigarettes and it was just too expensive to buy them in the packs or the cartons, people create their own cigarettes. Okay? And they had these little small box things called papers. They had little papers in it that the tobacco could sit in. Okay, so he pulls out the paper and I'm just like, and he's just, and he reached down in his bag and pulls out just this huge. I mean, it was a pretty big bag of weed, marijuana, yes, and it was strong. Okay, this shit was straight up potent. Now, if you know me, I don't do drugs. I may drink every now and then, but I don't do any type of drugs. I ain't trying to catch a case. Okay, I try to limit being around people who do drugs too because I'm not trying to get caught up in the net and catch a case just because I was associated with someone. And in Texas, marijuana is not legal. Okay, so this happened about 2 years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm sitting up there, and I'm just like, okay, this guy, and he's acting like he got a little project. So he's opening the bag, and you know, and I want you to understand, there's kids around here. Just as families, kids, and all that other stuff waiting for their buses. So apparently, some of them went and told the people that worked there what was going on. So I'm sitting up there and I'm like, this guy is tripping, and people still sitting on the bench by him, right now. All of a sudden, you start seeing people move away, right? And then behind him, I mean, it was kind of smooth, was two cops walk up behind him, right? Now, I want you to understand, one of them was a transit cop, police officer, and the other one was a regular police officer, you know. And they walk up behind him, and they kind of looking at each other. And then one of the police officers looks at him and says, "Hey, how you doing?" And the guy's, he's got his stuff in, and he looks up and he goes, "Doing good, brother. Doing good," And he's white. They're all white. You know, I know it's kind of different. They're all white. Yeah, I'm doing good, brother, doing good. And so he goes back to himself. Goes back and he's putting some more in there, just making some more. So the police officers look at each other. Nah, I'm not lying. This actually happened. They look at each other like, what? Anybody with common sense would have just freaked out. Nah, this guy. And they looking at you like. So then the other guy, the other police officer, he kind of takes a step back and get himself in a certain stance where the other one also do. And he says, "Hey man," he said, "What you got there?" And the guy looks up at him and goes, "It's a joint, duh." And he goes back to himself and starts just going, This literally did happen. So now the police officers looking at each other like, really? And so the other officer, he's kind of irate now. You can tell his back is getting tight. He's kind of irate, So he touches the guy and he said, "Hey, man, hey." He said, "Could you stand up just for a second, brother?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So he's like, well, so he's putting all this stuff together and wrapping it up in that plastic, kind of setting it to the side. He steps up. Once he steps up, they hook him up. You already know. He's like, "Man, what's..." The other officer looked at him. He said, "Man, marijuana is illegal in the state of Texas." He was like, "What?" And by this time, everybody done moved away from him. Okay, they're just watching the show. So, of course, one of the officers he picks up all the evidence, and the other officer walks him out, and I guess to their car. And then once all that calmed down, people come sitting back on the bench, and everybody's kind of quiet, waiting on the bus, right? And then one guy he couldn't hold it. He just started laughing, and everybody just started cracking up, like, "Oh my God, did that just happen?" So that is the story time. And I call that, it's a joint, duh. Okay, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, you're cool with me. All right. And you can comment. I love to hear your comments. I love to hear some of your crazy stories. You can comment. Okay, you can share us. All right. And thank you for viewing my channel. And thank you for being a subscriber. And I'll rap to y'all later. Much love. Stay safe. Peace out.